I want you to imagine something with me. Picture yourself 1 month from today. What do you see? Are you the same person you are right now? Or have you become someone new, someone stronger, more disciplined, more focused? That's what we're here to discuss today. The art of personal transformation in just 21 days. You see, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a month. A month is a powerful thing. It's long enough to create lasting change, but short enough to stay focused and motivated. It's the perfect time frame to kickstart your journey to success. Let me tell you something. Success is not an accident. Success is a choice. And today, right here, right now, you're making that choice. You're choosing to take control of your life, to stop drifting and start designing. Because let me tell you, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. So what does this 1 month success plan look like? Well, it's built on 5 fundamental pillars: mindset, goals, habits, environment, and accountability. These are the cornerstones of personal transformation. Get these right, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve in just 21 days. Let's dive in. My friends, we stand here at the precipice of a new beginning. We have before us a 21-day blueprint for deliberate transformation, a plan to stop drifting and start designing. But before we can build anything, before we can set our goals, before we can form new habits or take massive action, we must first prepare the ground. We must address the most foundational, the most critical, and the most powerful pillar of all. I am talking about mindset transformation. For too long, we have approached our lives as if they were a series of random events, believing our success or failure to be a matter of luck or circumstance. But the truth, my friends, is that your external world is simply a reflection of your internal world. Your mind is the ultimate architect of your reality. And your mindset is the tool, the most powerful tool you possess to shape that reality. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is a garden. This garden is not a passive, empty. It is a plot of land that, by the laws of nature, will always produce something. But what will it produce? Will it be a bountiful harvest of possibility, of abundance, and of success? Or will it be an overgrown, suffocating field of weeds of doubt, fear, and limitation? The choice, my friends, is entirely yours. You are the gardener. You are in complete control of what you plant, what you water, and what you pull out. But for most of us, this garden has been left to its own devices. We have allowed the external world, the negative news, the cynical conversations, the self-defeating thoughts to plant seeds of negativity in our garden. And then we wonder why our lives are not a reflection of our desires. For the next 21 days, you must become a master gardener of your mind. You must recognize that every thought you entertain is a seed. Every seed, once planted and watered, will grow. And if you have spent your life allowing weeds to grow unchecked, your garden will be barren and your harvest will be nothing. This is the very first and most crucial step in this 21-day plan. You must stop allowing your mind to run on autopilot. You must stop allowing the external world to dictate your internal state. For the next 21 days, you are the gatekeeper. You are the sole authority on what is allowed to take root in your mind. And how do you do this? It begins with a profound act of awareness. Day 1 of your transformation is all about becoming a student of your own thoughts. You must stand guard at the door of your mind. Most people let any thought enter doubts, fears, limitations, excuses. They let these intruders come and go as they please, and in doing so, they surrender control of their inner world. But starting today, you're going to become more selective. You will simply observe your thoughts without judgment. You will notice the patterns. You will notice how you talk to yourself. You will notice the assumptions you make about what's possible for you. You will become a conscious observer, a witness to the internal monologue that has been running your life. Once you have this awareness, you are ready for the second act, elimination. Now that you're aware of your thought patterns, it's time to be ruthless. It's time to identify and uproot the most toxic weeds in your garden. I want you to identify the 3 most limiting beliefs you hold about yourself or your potential. Write them down. Then, next to each one, write a new, empowering belief that will serve as its replacement. For example, if you've been thinking, I'm not good with money, you will replace it with, I am learning to master my finances and I make better financial decisions each day. If you've been telling yourself, I'm not talented enough, you will replace it with, I am a person who learns, grows, and improves with every action I take. This is not a game of wishful thinking. This is an act of strategic thinking. You are actively choosing to rewrite the internal script that has been holding you captive. And once you have identified these new beliefs, you are ready for the third act, installation. Day 3 is about beginning to install these new empowering beliefs. Repetition, my friends, is the mother of skill. A single negative thought repeated over time created your old limiting belief. Now, a new positive thought repeated with emotion and conviction will create a new empowering belief. I want you to read these new beliefs aloud. Do it first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Say them with emotion. Feel them becoming your new truth. Feel the energy in your body as you speak them. Feel the truth of those words sinking in. What you repeat, you believe. What you believe, you act upon. And what you act upon creates your life. The final act of this mindset transformation is reinforcement. For the next 4 days, days 4 to 7, I want you to become a relentless truth seeker. Each day, find evidence that supports your new beliefs. It doesn't matter how small. Perhaps you made one good financial decision. Perhaps you chose to learn one new thing. Perhaps you took one small step toward a goal you have. Celebrate that evidence. Acknowledge that win. Let it strengthen your conviction. By the end of this first week, you will have begun a profound shift in how you think about yourself and your possibilities. And that shift alone, this fundamental recalibration of your internal compass, can change everything. This isn't a simple game. This is a battle for your destiny. Because here's the truth. A truth you must tattoo on your mind. Success starts in your mind before it ever shows up in your life. Your external world is simply a reflection of your internal world. If your internal world is filled with doubt, fear, and limitations, your external world will be filled with the same. But if your internal world is filled with possibility, growth, and abundance, your external world will have no choice but to follow suit. So for the next 21 days, become the master gardener. Be ruthless with the weeds. Be intentional with the seeds. Understand that your mind is your greatest asset, but only if you train it to work for you instead of against you. With your mindset fortified and your mind prepared, you are now ready for the next phase of our 21-day blueprint. Now let's talk about the second pillar of our plan. With the right garden in place, you must now decide what you want to grow. You must set your goals. My friends, we have just completed the most fundamental act of our 21-day transformation. We have become the master gardener of our minds. We have uprooted the weeds of negative thinking, and we have begun to plant the seeds of possibility. We have created a fertile, ready-to-grow inner world. We have won the first battle within. But a garden, no matter how fertile, requires a plan. A gardener who simply plants seeds without a clear vision of what they want to grow will get a field of beautiful but chaotic growth. To create a masterpiece, you need a blueprint. You need a clear and specific plan for what you intend to grow. This brings us to the second and equally critical pillar of our 21-day transformation: goal setting and strategic planning. This is the phase of our plan where we move from intention to direction, from abstract possibility to concrete reality. For far too long, we have treated our goals as if they were vague wishes, whispered hopes cast into the wind. We've said, I'd like to be more successful, or I hope to get in better shape someday. We've believed that a strong desire alone would be enough to bring us what we want, but the universe, my friends, does not respond to vague desires. It responds to clarity. It responds to intention. Goals are the GPS of your destiny. Without clear, specific goals, you are simply wandering. You might be moving, you might be busy, but you are not making any real progress toward a desired destination. You are like a ship sailing without a compass, at the mercy of every current and every storm. For this 1-month plan, I want you to move beyond vague wishes and embrace the power of concrete targets. A vague wish is a prayer without a plan. A concrete goal is a promise you make to yourself, a promise backed by a powerful vision and a strategy for its execution. What do you want to achieve in the next 21 days? I'm not asking you to think about what you'd like to happen. I'm asking you to think about what you are going to make happen. Maybe it's to lose a few pounds. Maybe it's to read 3 books on a specific topic. Maybe it's to start a side project. Whatever it is, you must make it specific. You must make it measurable. And most importantly, you must make it meaningful to you. The power of a goal isn't just in achieving it. The real power is in who you become in pursuit of that goal. When you set a goal to lose 5 pounds, you're not just working toward a number on a scale. You are becoming a person who values health, who is disciplined, who can delay gratification for a greater reward. You are forging a new identity. When you set a goal to read 3 books, you're not just gaining knowledge. You are becoming a lifelong learner, a person who understands that success is a continuous process of self-improvement. You are building character. And that, my friends, is the real transformation. But here's the key, a truth so simple that it is often overlooked. Don't just set the goal and forget it. A goal unexamined is a goal uncommitted to. Write it down, look at it every single day. Look at it in the morning when you wake up. Look at it at night before you go to sleep. Look at it when you are tempted to procrastinate, when you are tempted to make an excuse. Let that goal become your North Star. Let it guide every decision you make. And it's not enough to just look at it. You must visualize it, feel it, experience it in your mind as if it has already happened. The mind does not know the difference between a vivid imagination and reality. When you visualize your goal, you are programming your mind for success. You are activating the forces of attraction that will begin to draw people, resources, and opportunities into your life that are in harmony with your vision. Because what you focus on expands. What you think about, you bring about. Now let's talk about the anatomy of a powerful goal and how we will apply it during the core days of this pillar. Day 8 is about vision. Today, I want you to create a compelling vision for your life, not just vague ideas, but specific images of what you want to create in each important area: health, relationships, career, finances, personal growth, and contribution. Write it down in vivid detail. Use the present tense, as if it's already happening. Make it so real that you can see it, feel it, taste it. This vision will be your North Star for the next 21 days and beyond. Day 9 is about goals. Take your vision and break it down into specific, measurable goals for the next 90 days. Not 20 goals. That's a recipe for distraction. Choose 3 to 5 that will move you significantly toward your vision. Remember, the purpose of goals is not just to get stuff. The real purpose of goals is what they make of you as you pursue them. Set goals that will require you to grow, to become more, to tap into your potential. Day 10 is about strategy. For each goal, create a simple, clear strategy. Identify the critical moves, the 2 or 3 actions that will create the most progress. Don't overcomplicate this. Some of the most powerful strategies are also the simplest. Day 11 is about implementation planning. Take your strategies and break them down into weekly and daily actions. Be specific about what you'll do and when you'll do it. Remember, what gets scheduled gets done. This is where most people fail. They have dreams, even goals, but no clear plan for implementation. That ends today. Your implementation plan is your bridge from where you are to where you want to be. This is the bridge between your mindset and your actions. This is how you take a powerful thought and turn it into a concrete reality. And once you have your goals in place, you are ready to move on to the next pillar of our 21-day blueprint. This is the pillar that turns your intentions into an unstoppable force. This is the pillar of habits. My friends, we have traveled far on our 21-day journey. We have laid the foundation by mastering our mindset, uprooting the weeds of negativity and planting the seeds of possibility. We then moved on to the second pillar, where we crafted a detailed, specific blueprint for our future by setting clear, compelling goals. We now have a destination, a clear North Star to guide us. But a destination, no matter how clear, is useless without a means of travel. A map is just a piece of paper without a vehicle to carry you along the road. This brings us to the third and most practical pillar of our 21-day transformation: daily disciplines. If goals are the destination, then habits, or what I call daily disciplines, are the vehicle that gets you there. They are the engine of your transformation. Your habits repeated day after day, are the single greatest force that shapes your life. As the saying goes, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This is a truth so fundamental, yet so often ignored. We look at successful people and we see their results, but we fail to see the daily disciplines that produce those results. We see the millionaire, but we don't see the daily habit of saving and investing. We see the fit athlete, but we don't see the daily habit of exercise and clean eating. We see the master of a craft, but we don't see the daily habit of relentless, disciplined practice. We look for a miracle, but we ignore the mechanism of the miraculous. We want the harvest, but we're not willing to plant the seeds every day. For the next 21 days, I want you to stop focusing on the destination and start becoming obsessed with the vehicle. I want you to become obsessed with developing new, empowering habits. And here's the secret, a secret that can make this entire process feel manageable and even enjoyable. Start small. Most people fail in their pursuit of new habits because they try to change everything at once. They go for a massive, dramatic overhaul, and a week later, they are exhausted and defeated. They try to go from a sedentary lifestyle to working out 2 hours a day. They try to go from eating junk food to a perfect diet overnight. This is not a strategy. It is a recipe for spectacular, predictable failure. For this 21-day plan, I want you to choose 1 or 2 key habits that will have the biggest impact on your goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with a laundry list of changes. Pick a change so small, so simple, that it feels almost impossible to fail. Maybe it's waking up 15 minutes earlier each day. Maybe it's reading just 5 pages of a book before bed. Maybe it's exercising for just 10 minutes every morning. Whatever it is, commit to it. Do it every single day, no matter what. Because consistency is the key to transformation. Consistency is the engine of your vehicle. And here's something crucial. Track your habits. Keep a journal, use an app, whatever works for you. But track them. Because what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets improved. Tracking your habits is not about judgment. It is about awareness. It is about proving to yourself day by day that you are capable of showing up for yourself. It is about building a reputation with yourself as a person who follows through on their promises. Remember, habits are like compound interest for your life. They might not seem like much on a daily basis, but over time, the results are extraordinary. A small, consistent habit performed every day will produce a far greater result than a large, sporadic effort. The habits you form in these 21 days can literally change the trajectory of your life. This is where we put our blueprint into action. This is where we build the engine. For the next 21 days, let's focus on 3 core disciplines that will serve as the engine of our new life. Days 12 and 13 are about a morning ritual. This is not about a quick burst of energy. This is about taking control of the first hour of your day. Remember, if you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win life. Design a morning routine that prepares you for success. It might include physical activity, reading, journaling, meditation, or reviewing your goals. The specific activities matter less than the fact that you're taking control of the first hour of your day. This is the moment you choose purpose over passivity. This is the act of setting your intention before the world sets it for you. Day 14 is about energy management. Success is not just about what you do, it's about the energy with which you do it. Today, assess how you're using your physical, mental, and emotional energy. Identify activities and people that drain you. Identify those that energize you. Then, create a plan to minimize the drainers and maximize the energizers. Success requires energy. Without it, even the best plans falter. Guard your energy like the precious resource it is. This is the day you become a conscious steward of your own power, choosing what fuels you and what depletes you. Day 15 is about time blocking and eliminating distractions. Today, design your ideal week. Block time for your most important activities, not just work tasks, but also relationships, health, and personal growth. This isn't about rigid scheduling. It's about ensuring your priorities get the time and attention they deserve. Remember, you can't manage time, you can only manage yourself. And the best way to do that is to decide in advance how you'll use your hours and days. Then, identify the top 3 distractions that steal your time and focus. Create specific strategies to eliminate or minimize each one. This might mean turning off notifications, scheduling specific times to check email or social media, or having difficult conversations with people who don't respect your boundaries. Whatever it takes, commit to creating an environment that supports your focus rather than undermining it. A bad habit is a chain. A good habit is a lever. And for the next 21 days, you are going to trade your chains for a lever. You're going to use the power of small, consistent habits to move a future that once seemed impossibly heavy. And once you have this foundation, once you have your vehicle ready to go, you are ready for the 4th and final pillar of our blueprint, taking massive action. If you found value in these first steps, if this blueprint is sparking something inside you, then know this is just the beginning. The greatest insights are still to come. So don't let this journey be a solitary one. Join our community of creators and builders. Subscribe to this channel now and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single step of your transformation. Let's build this future together. My friends, we have come far on our 21-day journey. We have laid the foundation by mastering our mindset, uprooting the weeds of negativity, and planting the seeds of possibility. We then crafted a detailed, specific blueprint for our future by setting clear, compelling goals. And we began building the engine of our transformation by focusing on daily disciplines, the small, consistent habits that will carry us to our destination. But now we must address an element that is so powerful, so pervasive, that it can either fuel your transformation or sabotage it entirely. I am talking about your environment. You see, your environment is stronger than your willpower. You can have the most powerful mindset, the clearest goals, and the most disciplined habits. But if you place yourself in an environment that is toxic and unsupportive, your transformation will be a constant, exhausting battle. It is a fundamental truth that you cannot soar with the eagles if you are scratching in the dirt with the turkeys. For the next 21 days, I want you to become the architect of your sanctuary. You must stop allowing your environment to happen to you and start designing it to support you. We will optimize 3 critical aspects: your physical space, your social circle, and your informational diet. Day 16 is about your physical environment. Look around you. What do you see? Is your primary space, your home, your office, your car, a constant source of inspiration and order, or is it a source of chaos and clutter? Your physical space, my friends, is a direct reflection of your internal state. A cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. A purposeful space creates a purposeful mind. For today, I want you to reorganize your primary spaces to support your goals. Remove the clutter. Clean out the distractions. Make your workspace a place where you are excited to do the work. Position visual reminders of your vision and goals where you will see them daily. Make your environment a constant reinforcement of what matters most. Remember, your space reflects your inner state and influences your daily choices. A clean, organized, and intentional space is an act of self-respect. It is a declaration that you value your time, your focus, and your ambition. Day 17 is about your social environment. Now, this is one of the most difficult but most important acts of all. I want you to evaluate your 5 closest relationships. Are these people elevating you, or are they dragging you down? Are they supportive of your growth, or are they threatened by it? Are they pushing you toward excellence, or are they comforting you in mediocrity? This is not a judgment. It is an honest assessment. The truth is, your energy is a finite resource. If you are constantly spending your time and emotional energy with people who are negative, who complain, who make excuses, you will be left with nothing for your own growth. You must make the difficult decisions necessary to surround yourself with people who reflect what you aspire to become. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you, who make you want to be better. Your social circle is your second mind. Choose it wisely. Day 18 is about your informational environment. We live in an age of information, but this is a double-edged sword. While knowledge is more accessible than ever before, so are distractions, negativity, and fear. Your mind is constantly being programmed by the information you consume. For today, I want you to audit what's entering your mind daily. the books, podcasts, news, social media, and conversations. Eliminate sources of negativity, limitation, and distraction. Cut out the endless scrolling. Unfollow the people who make you feel inadequate. Turn off the negative news. Replace them with sources of wisdom, inspiration, and relevant knowledge. Read books that educate you. Listen to podcasts that challenge you. Remember, garbage in, garbage out, quality in, quality out. Your mind is being programmed, and for the next 21 days, you will take control of that programming. By designing your environment with intention, you are creating a sanctuary for your ambition. You are building a fortress for your mind. You are ensuring that every force around you, every person, and every piece of information is working for you, not against you. And once this fortress is built, you will be ready for the final and most critical pillar of our plan, accountability and measurement. My friends, we have come to the final and most crucial pillar of our 21-day transformation. We have laid the foundation by mastering our mindset. We have drawn the map by setting our goals. We have built the vehicle by establishing daily disciplines. And we have prepared the road by designing an environment that supports our success. But a journey, no matter how well planned, requires a compass and a system to track your progress. Without them, you will simply be moving, but you won't know if you're moving in the right direction. This brings us to the fifth and final pillar of our blueprint, accountability and measurement. Let me tell you something important. The gap between knowing and doing is wider than the gap between ignorance and knowledge. Many people know what to do, but they never do what they know. The reason for this is often a lack of accountability and a lack of clear measurement. It is a lack of a system that holds them to their word and shows them the fruits of their labor. For the next 21 days, we are going to build this system. We are going to create a powerful mechanism that ensures you stay on track, that you learn from your efforts, and that you continue to move forward no matter what. Day 19 is about establishing accountability. Today, you must break the silent pact you have with yourself to fail in private. You must bring your goals and your plans into the light. Share your goals and your plans with someone who believes in you and won't let you off the hook. This could be a friend, a family member, a coach, or a mentor. The simple act of declaring your intentions to another person can increase your commitment. When you say something out loud, it becomes more real. It becomes a promise not just to yourself, but to someone else. And knowing that you'll have to report on your progress adds a powerful incentive to follow through. This isn't about finding a judge. This is about finding an ally. It's about finding someone who will celebrate your wins, help you learn from your setbacks, and remind you of your why when you feel like giving up. This is a person who will be there to hold your hand in the tough moments, not to let you off the hook, but to help you find the strength to hold on. Find this person and schedule regular check-ins for the coming months. Make this relationship a non-negotiable part of your journey. Day 20 is about measurement systems. What gets measured gets improved. What gets measured gets managed. You cannot hit a target you cannot see, and you cannot improve a process you are not tracking. Today, you must create simple ways to track your progress on each goal and daily discipline. This could be a journal, an app, a spreadsheet, or a simple checklist. The format doesn't matter as much as the consistency of use. Remember, you can't improve what you don't measure. Tracking allows you to see patterns, make adjustments, and celebrate progress, all essential elements of sustained success. It is a constant feedback loop. It is a way of saying, is what I'm doing working? If not, why not? What do I need to change? The weak mind runs on feelings. The strong mind runs on data. For the next 21 days, you will run on data. You will track your progress, you will understand your results, and you will make adjustments based on what is working and what is not. Day 21 is about review and recalibration. Today, you must take a step back from the work and review the past 3 weeks. What worked well, what didn't? What adjustments do you need to make to your goals, strategies, or daily disciplines? This is not a day for self-judgment. This is a day for self-assessment. It is a day to learn. Then, plan your next 21 days, building on what you've learned and accomplished. This cycle of action, review, and refinement is how small efforts compound into remarkable results. It is a system of continuous improvement, a philosophy of life that will serve you long after these 21 days are over. This cycle of action, review, and refinement is how small efforts compound into remarkable results. It is a system of continuous improvement, a philosophy of life that will serve you long after these 21 days are over. This cycle of action, review, and refinement is how small efforts compound into remarkable results. It is a system of continuous improvement, a philosophy of life that will serve you long after these 21 days are over. My friends, we have laid our foundation, drawn our map, built our vehicle, and prepared our road. We have even put in place a system of accountability and measurement. But now I want to talk about the true force that makes this entire plan so powerful. It's not about any single element. It's about how they work together to create what I call the compound effect. The compound effect is the principle of reaping huge rewards from a series of small, consistent actions. It's a force of nature, a principle of the universe. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, so do the results of your daily habits multiply over time. Think of it as a simple, powerful formula. Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. Let's put this into perspective. If you improve just 1% each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end. Not 365% better, but 700% better. That's the power of compounding. This is why the habits of a single day seem insignificant, but the habits of a year are life-altering. The small decisions we make every day, what we choose to focus on, what we choose to improve, how we choose to spend our time are not just isolated events. They are votes for the person we are becoming. But this force works in both directions. The compound effect can be your greatest ally or your most dangerous enemy. Think about the opposite. Small, poor choices plus consistency plus time equals disaster. A missed workout here, a late night there, a small financial indulgence today. Individually, these things seem harmless, but repeated over time, they compound into a life of frustration, poor health, and financial struggle. The difference between success and failure, between an extraordinary life and an ordinary one, often comes down to the seemingly insignificant decisions we make every day. These 21 days are about establishing the right decisions as automatic habits. They're about setting in motion forces that will compound positively throughout your life, creating a momentum so powerful that it will be nearly impossible to stop. Now, as you embark on this journey, let me warn you about the three enemies you'll face. These enemies are not external forces. They are internal saboteurs, and they are masters of disguise. The first enemy is doubt. As you embark on this journey, a voice inside will whisper, "This won't work for you. You've tried before and failed. Your circumstances are different." This voice is a liar. The principles of success are universal. They work for anyone who works them. You must learn to recognize this voice for what it is, fear trying to keep you small, and you must take action in spite of it. The second enemy is impatience. We live in an instant gratification society, but meaningful change takes time. There will be days when you feel like nothing is happening, when progress seems imperceptible. You will be watering the roots of your success, but you will not see the fruit. During these times, you must trust the process. You must continue to water the roots even when you can't yet see the growth. The third enemy is inconsistency. Most people fail not because they choose the wrong path, but because they leave the right path before it delivers results. They start strong but fade quickly. They're caught in the cycle of enthusiasm followed by disappointment, never giving any approach enough time to work. Your commitment to these 21 days must be non-negotiable, no matter what, whether you feel like it or not, whether it's convenient or not, whether you see immediate results or not, you follow through. Inconsistency is a direct violation of the compound effect. Let me share something important about these 21 days. This isn't just about achieving specific goals. This isn't just about losing a few pounds or reading a few books. It's about something far more profound. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve any goal. It's about developing the character, mindset, and habits that make success in any area inevitable. There are two ways to approach personal development. The first is to focus only on achieving specific outcomes. You chase the goal. And when you get it, you are satisfied, but your growth stops there. The second is to focus on becoming a person of value, integrity, and capability, someone for whom those outcomes would be natural extensions. I recommend the second approach. When you focus on who you're becoming, the goals take care of themselves. And even more importantly, your satisfaction doesn't depend entirely on reaching specific milestones. It comes from knowing you're growing, evolving, and living according to your highest values. These 21 days are an investment in your character and capabilities. They're a declaration that you are taking control of your life's direction. They're a commitment to becoming more so that you can contribute more. As we near the end of our time together, I want to address what happens after these 21 days. The danger of any structured program is thinking, once I complete this, I'm done. But personal development is never done. It's not a destination, it's a journey. It's not an event, it's a process. These 21 days are not the end, they're the beginning. They're a launch pad for a lifetime of growth. The habits and mindsets you develop during this time should become permanent fixtures in your life, evolving and expanding as you continue to grow. After these 21 days, I encourage you to celebrate your progress. Acknowledge how far you've come and take pride in your commitment. Assess your new foundation. What's working well? What needs refinement? What's missing? Set new challenges. Use your strength and foundation to reach for even more meaningful goals. Share your journey. Teach what you've learned to others. There's no better way to reinforce your own growth than to help someone else grow. Repeat the process. Consider doing another focused 21-day period in a different area of your life, or to take your current areas to an even higher level. Remember, success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. It's not something you wait for, it's something you work for. And it's available to anyone willing to pay the price of discipline, consistency, and continuous improvement. So here we are at the point of decision. Will these ideas remain just that, ideas, or will they become actions that change your life? The gap between knowing and doing is wider than the gap between ignorance and knowledge. Many people know what to do, but never do what they know. Will you be different? I challenge you today to commit fully to these 21 days. Not half-heartedly, not I'll try, but with absolute, unwavering commitment. Print out this plan, schedule every day in your calendar. Tell people what you're doing. Eliminate potential excuses in advance. Set up your environment for success. Do whatever it takes to ensure that 21 days from now, you can look back with pride rather than regret. You have within you right now everything you need to succeed. You have the intelligence, you have the determination, you have the capacity to learn, grow, and change. What you may have lacked until now is a clear path forward and the commitment to walk that path regardless of obstacles or distractions. Today you have both. 21 days. Just 21 days that could completely transform your life. Days will pass anyway. Time will move forward whether you act or not. 3 weeks from now, you'll be 3 weeks older. The only question is, will you also be better, stronger, closer to your dreams? The choice is yours. It always has been and always will be. But perhaps today, right now, you can see that choice with greater clarity, greater purpose, and greater commitment than ever before. Choose wisely. Choose growth. Choose the extraordinary life that awaits you on the other side of these 21 days. Your new life is waiting. It begins today. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the journey to an extraordinary life begins with a single day, today. Now I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself and take action. The rest is up to you. So here is my final challenge to you. Will you simply watch this video, or will you use it to transform your life? The gap between knowing and doing is the widest gap of all. I challenge you to be different. I challenge you to make a decision today. Print out this plan, tell one person about your goals, and take that first small step. And as you do, let me ask you one final favor. If you're ready to commit to this journey, let us know in the comments below. And if this video has given you even one idea that can change your life, then subscribe, turn on notifications, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Remember, your new life is waiting. The time for mediocrity is over. The time for greatness has come.